Having said this, and with this disclaimer, I'll come to the 18th century and try to talk about India. Now, very often when you read Indian history, you find it's got a Delhi-centric view. What happens in Delhi or what happened in the Delhi, who was ruling Delhi, that's how the narrative of Indian history is given in our textbooks. It starts with Qutbuddin Aibak came here, then the slave dynasty was there, the whole list of names, then the Mughals came, their whole list of names, but nobody talks about the kingdoms down south, the Cholas, their colonization of Southeast Asia. They are not part of the mainstream Indian history which they are. So what I'm trying to say is that Indian history is multifocal. You cannot stand at one vantage point in India and say this is Indian history. Indian history has to be told from different vantage points, and a cohesive history has to be built up. A cohesive narrative has to be built up today, almost 70 years after independence. So now let's come to the topic of the day. The beginning, as I said, was always the concept among the Marathas always was that Delhi is the ancient capital of India, and one who possesses Delhi actually is in control of the country. So there are mentions during Shivaji's time that we want to finally go and capture Delhi. There are letters from Rajaram's time, his son's time, when he was in the deep south in Jinji, surrounded by Mughal forces, but he kept saying that we have kept aside a fund for so many thousand hones, and this much money is kept aside for the capture of Delhi. So in 1690s, when they were the blackest days of the Maratha kingdom, even at that time they dreamt that one day they will be able to go and capture Delhi. So this dream was always there. This I'm speaking with specific reference to Delhi because there's a feeling that why did the Marathas ignore Bengal? The English probably got through from there, or they got through from Madras, from where they started their rule. Delhi was always the center, and Delhi was always the focus throughout the period that the Marathas captured, tried to have their movement here.